Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another week of the Pokemon Stadium 2 Draft League. This week it's our final four round of the playoffs. As you can see, I'm starting to feel a little bit better from being sick. I am still sick. You're going to hear me cough during the video. That's just how it is. But I'm getting better. Hopefully, we'll be back to full strength this week or at least the week after. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm not so thrilled that my team got beat in the previous round, but now that I've had a week to sulk over that in my misery, no, just kidding. I'm ready to announce and just kind of go into all these games without any bias or favoritism at all. Hopefully, I mean that's not entirely true. There's one team that I'm rooting for a little bit because of family ties, but like I'm not, it's not enough to sway me one way or another. But anyway, excited for the battles this week. We got some really good ones. I mean, you don't get three teams that are 11-5 of the four remaining without things being even. So I'm interested to see how this all turns out. And the computer, of course, will be a factor as we saw last week. So who knows what kind of upsets or crazy shenanigans we might or might not see. So without any further ado, I'll be right back in just a moment when we're ready for the first battle. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that YouTube nonsense if you like what you see here today. And, yeah, see you in a moment. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the first match of the first game. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do the whole series and then move on to the second series, or if I'm going to do game one for both and then game two. I think because I haven't planned it out in advance, I'll probably do the series as a whole first. Anyway, Pokemon Power and My Little Ponyta. Power is the lower seed, so they go first. All right. What are we working with here? If we start Alakazam, Snorlax is the only real problem. Maybe Blissey. Actually, is Execute who we start with? Because except for Abra's Ice Punch, Execute, we could Leech Seed, Stun Spore, all that nonsense. I'm going to put a pin in that. That's the backup if I can't think of a better idea. Haunter, great for Poliwrath. It could maybe help against Dugong if Dugong's already damaged. Because Giga Drain's super effective at Dugong just with it resting over and over again. I think Haunter only wins that fight head-to-head if Dugong's almost beat. Let me see, does Haunter have... it does not have Confuse Ray either. It does have Destiny Bond, which might help in a pinch near, like, late game. Tyranitar, we have to keep Tyranitar away from Poliwrath and Dugong, especially Dugong. If we do that, I do like Tyranitar helping out against all the other Pokemon pretty much. Even Poliwrath, at least the low accuracy hits, Tyranitar can maybe do something. Machamp is very important as well for Dugong, Blissey, and Snorlax. So gotta be really careful with it. Houndoom isn't so bad. Except, again, for Dugong and Poliwrath. At least in Poliwrath's case, we could switch in Execute to try and take the hit. Dugong is one of the bigger problems here. I think I'm leaning towards starting Houndoom. And if it... Let's see, what's Houndoom's moveset again? Because we do at least have Swift to go at Blissey with, plus Roar. So if Blissey's out there, we'll weigh our options. If it's Snorlax, we just switch to Haunter. So Snorlax can't hit it. If it's Gengar, we stay in and go for Bite anyway. If it's Dugong, probably switch to Execute because the game shouldn't use Aurora Beam on Houndoom, although we saw it Execute use Psychic on Diglett last week. Abra, of course, we stay in as Houndoom, and if it's Poliwrath, we also switch to Execute. I think I'm going to lead Houndoom, and we'll see where it goes from there. Alright, I'm sure the game has predicted me perfectly and has Dugong or someone we absolutely don't want as the lead for them. Alright. It is Snorlax. Do I want to bet on it cursing? I'm going to take one turn and go bite because I assume it's going to curse. Or we might just flinch it anyway. Alright, so it did go for a curse. It got greedy. Now we switch in Haunter, who it can't, you know, it can't hit with Headbutt. Oh, boy. Alright, alright. Judging by who they've got, I would assume the game's going to switch to Blissey. Or Dugong. That'd be my guess, but the computer doesn't always do what I think it should do. Spike could be nasty. Get rid of those headbutts. I'm going to do that for this turn. Scout out the situation. They didn't go out. Okay. A lot less headbutts it can use now. Go ahead. Spite again. This will get rid of Curse, but, like, again, kind of limit what Snorlax can do here. My kid's trying to say hello, but she's really far away from the microphone. Anyway, just keep spiting for the moment. Oh, a -5. That's big. Alright, it's going for Fire Punch now. It didn't burn us. It didn't do a lot of damage. If it's going to Fire Punch again, this is the time to switch. I kind of want to go Machamp, but at the same time, if Machamp gets burned, that could be a problem. They're eyeing each other warily. I'm going to go Houndoom to get hit by Fire Punch, and then immediately switch back into Haunter to bait it into using Headbutt, and then we'll spite the Headbutt again. Alright, called that right. Houndoom's a fire type, so it can't get burned. Whereas, like I said, Machamp could be a big key to this whole fight. We don't want it to get burned and, like, really hurt its production the rest of the way. Be careful with that. You don't want to put that, like, don't mess up the Nintendo 64. It's very finicky. If you trip over the cord or something, you can turn it off. Alright, there's the headbutt that missed. We can now spite the headbutt some more. Make it so that Snorlax is nothing but Curse and Fire Punch the rest of the battle. Is kind of the idea. Alright, Haunter took one more Fire Punch. We do have the Giga Drain on the Haunter, so we could always get some health back later, depending on the situation. Fire Punch me again, please. Don't use Headbutt for no reason. There we go. Alright, what will be very telling here, if we switch to Haunter and it goes for Fire Punch again, that'll tell me it's out of Headbutt already. I doubt it is, but, like, we're going to learn by doing that, basically. Alright, so Headbutt's not gone yet. Spite again. If we get in our, like, -5, that'd be huge. -4, I'll take that. Alright, so I gotta be more careful with Haunter now, because that, I feel like that Fire Punch did a little bit more damage than the last one. Maybe I'm wrong, but I can't let it take another Fire Punch. What are you up to, sweetie? So anyway, there's Houndoom. Alright, you're going to try Headbutt again. But this time... Oh, okay. Oh, if this was Poliwrath, this would be amazing. Because it would open up the door for Haunter to Giga Drain. Alright. We'll see what the game decides to do on its end here.
The other trainer is also changing Pokemon. The Pokeball opens to reveal its Pokemon. What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the back?
I'm going to go for Giga Drain. I could probably Destiny Bond here, but we'll go Giga Drain and hope it misses the Hydro Pump. If it misses the Hydro Pump, we're in great shape. If it hits, then, well, at least we got a big hit on it. Oh my goodness. Okay, it missed. Let's go for a second Giga Drain so that the next Pokemon could beat it, even if Haunter doesn't beat it. Boy, if we were ever going to have a critical hit, that would have been the time to have it. Come on, miss again. Give me this. Oh, the game got the critical hit. Yeah, what a shocker. What a big surprise that no one ever saw coming. Alright, well, Poliwrath takes out... I'd marked down the wrong game. Poliwrath takes out Haunter. Haunter, however, did do a good job getting Poliwrath down in low health. And like I said, it also hurt Snorlax quite a bit in a lot of ways. Execute. I'm gonna Leech Seed because I think they're gonna switch. They didn't switch. Interesting. All right, missed the Dynamic Punch. All right. You're gonna go Dynamic Punch again. Possibly. I think we just stay in, actually. Giga Drain it. 0 for 2, please. Alright, works for me. I would have used Psychic if I knew it was going to miss for sure, but I wanted to make sure we could heal up if we did get hit. Alright, Poliwrath goes down to Execute. Alright, Abra does have the Ice Punch. Which is why we're going to switch to Houndoom. With Poliwrath gone, Houndoom's in pretty good shape. Really, except for Dugong. And if Dugong comes out, we'll figure that one out from there. Alright, Bite. I was going to say the game should switch, whether or not it will. To say Snorlax does get a little scarier here now.
What's this? That did little damage. How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare?
Let's get Tyranitar out there. That way, whether it's fire punching or headbutting, it's going to be resisted. Hopefully it curses this turn, though. Defense Curl. I wonder if it's out of headbutts. That's why I went Defense Curl. If it doesn't have any more headbutt, that really makes Snorlax a lot less helpful, a lot less useful. especially when we have stuff like Sandstorm on our side. Plus, we have Bite, which is a special move, so it raising its physical defense doesn't help it at all in that case. Mud Slap, anyway, just to make it less accurate if it does have one headbutt in it still. And we'll go with Bite starting this next turn. Also, Fire Punch could still burn us. So, lessening its accuracy, not the worst idea. Bite again. Come on, flinch once or twice for me. My goodness, we've hit you with Bite like 4 times, and you haven't flinched once. Go ahead and keep defense curling. That's fine with me. Alright, if we hit it one more time, and the Sandstorm is still active, Snorlax will go down at the end of this turn. If we got a flinch here, this would be the time to get it. Yeah, Snorlax gonna go down to Tyranitar. And see, even though Haunter got beat early, it did a lot of work on Snorlax by hurting it. Like, upping your attack doesn't do anything for you if you don't have any physical attacks. Alright, you are going to be a problem. You're going to hit me with try to hit me with a water move. I know that much. Let's go execute. I know the Sandstorm's active. Both sides are going to get hit by it. I know it has an ice move. Execute taking that hit harder than I'm better than I thought it would. Leech Seed. Leech Seed, fun fact, does not go away when Dugong is resting. Oh, the game's getting a critical hit, so we don't get the Leech Seed off. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Because Leech Seed can't be healed by resting. The game's going to make sure we don't get to Leech Seed. Anyone that's watched this season could have seen that coming a mile away. I did as well, but still had to try it because that was the best move, was to try and get the Leech Seed up. Alright, submission. If we hit and we're lucky that... Okay, it's going to be Gengar. I thought about going Thunder Punch for that very reason. Because if we slow down Gengar, that helps Alakazam a lot. And Houndoom. Especially Houndoom with the whole Paraflinch idea. Gotta think how I want to do this. I think we stay with Machamp. So I could put Tyranitar in, but it's probably taking 100 health to switch in, another 100 health to get one attack off that might not even be on the Gengar. I think we stay in once or twice, try to Thunder Punch it, and work from there. Because if we could get lucky enough to paralyze it, it's in trouble. 1 for 1 on the 60% accurate move. Yep, there you go. Of course, it did miss two. They did miss 2 dynamic punches earlier, to be fair. Okay, it went right into Nightshade. No Nightmare. So glad I didn't switch, because I almost switched anticipating the Nightmare. Okay, they're gonna switch, which is an odd decision. That also means something could get Thunder Punched here if we're lucky. Oh, same thing. If we slow down Abra, that'd be huge. Come on, paralyze it. There we go. That is big. Abra has been slowed down. Let's go Tyranitar. That way, when they switch next turn, we can still set up Sandstorm, potentially. Well, then again, I don't know if setting up Sandstorm is such a good idea if we end up switching out ourselves. Either way, Abra can't hit us with Psychic here, so...
What's this? That caused no damage at all.
Alright, I'm assuming we're going to see
Pokemon Switch have on the battle.
Dugong. I'm going to Mud Slap, try to make Dugong miss whatever it does when it comes in.
This Pokemon is switching out.
Dugong is going to be the big hurdle. I know Gengar is still here in the fight,
Oh, it's switching.
but Dugong is going to be the biggest hurdle. If we can get by Dugong, we win this, I think. Alright, well now your Thunder and Egg Bomb are going to be a lot less accurate, so that was an interesting choice to put Blissey out here.
Danger succeeded. How will this newly switched out
Alright,
Pokemon
Sandstorm
fare?
since we're out here. And we're faster than you too, so we can try the flinch idea with Bite. Come on, less accuracy in both a Sandstorm and you've had Mud Slap.
Planting glove.
So we're talking under 50% chance to hit there, and it hit first try, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
Sandstorm rips and tears. These Pokemon are equally fit.
Have anything that avoids Thunder?
Left in both.
Not really. Okay. Stay in then. We'll just bite it. Try to flinch it and let the Sandstorm do damage. They're going to switch again. Okay.
The Pokemon
Well, whatever's coming in is going to get bit and hit by Sandstorm.
appears with a
I would have loved it if it was Abra or Gengar. Like coming into a super effective bite.
do. The hit glanced right off. It's going. Sandstorm hurt. How will this Pokemon
Alright, you're going to go with your Ice move. No, you're not. You're going to go with your Water move. What the heck am I talking about? Special defense is higher for Tyranitar in the Sand Storm. Let's see. If we lose Tyranitar, we still have Houndoom for Abra and potentially Houndoom for Gengar. Plus the Alakazam. Machamp could potentially beat Dugong and Blissey. So Machamp's actually more important than Tyranitar right now. So I think we stay in and just try to make the best of this. We're going to Mud Slap. Alright, Tyranitar survives. Get a Mud Slap off.
What's next? A light pack.
Alright, so it's at least got less accuracy now.
Yes, it worked.
Probably still hit us anyway, but we've got that going for us. Sandstorm as well. It's gonna want to rest soon. I know that much. Mud Slap again. I thought about Bite, but Mud Slap again. Okay, it's going for the knockout.
Waterfall attack. Oh, that's a miss.
It missed because of the Mud Slap. How about that gamble?
How's that?
How about that gamble paying off?
The target is weakened further.
Sandstorm coming in again here.
It's going. Sandstorm hurt. The white-hot battle continues.
I'm going to actually leer it.
They go into battle pose.
Oh, I thought I would try to go to sleep again. I would have gone Bite if I knew it was going to attack again.
Right, that's a hit.
Alright, it does take out Tyranitar. It's going to get hurt bad by the Sandstorm, though, here in a sec.
So, what will be the next
Alright,
Pokemon?
what do we got in there?
The Pokemon appears.
I'd say the game chose for me, but Houndoom is faster, so this might still work out.
Sandstorm finally quiet.
Of course.
Since the raging
Okay.
sandstorm has
Well,
died
first
down,
off, I'm waiting. As I say, I was waiting for my computer to catch up. Alright, so the game has done it again where it's put the wrong Pokemon in. Gotta love that. On the other hand, you gotta think this thing is gonna rest soon, right? I'm tempted to go for Bite.
eyeing each other warily.
See if we get a flinch, and then we beat it for sure with another Bite. If Houndoom goes down, we don't have anything to fight Abra with. I mean, we have Alakazam, but it'd be a Psychic versus Psychic fight instead of us having an ace in the hole. If we switch and it rests, that could be detrimental to us as well.
Trainer hasn't issued a command.
So right now, the battle is going to be determined by my call here. I either go for the flinch, or I go for assuming it's going to rest. I'm going to play it for the flinch. We haven't had a we've had one flinch all game, so I'm going to play for the flinch.
What's this? The hit glanced right off.
Come on. Yes!
Oh, it flinched.
We got the flinch.
The heated
All right, the gamble paying off. Bite again. Dugong's going to go down to Houndoom. That is monumental. If Dugong would have beat Houndoom there, this battle was over. Now we at least have a chance.
What Pokemon will appear next?
Oh, putting your faith in a 10% luck of the draw.
Back for another go.
Not fun. All right, we got Blissey in now, who's going to try Thunder.
From this heated battle.
I want to switch, but I know if I switch that it's absolutely going to land the Thunder. So I'm debating on what to do here.
They're eyeing each other warily.
I think I have to switch to Machamp and just hope it misses.
The trainers switching.
Because Houndoom would be nice against both Abra and Gengar. And of course, we're saving Alakazam both for Abra and Gengar. Especially Gengar.
Pokemon is rejoining the battle.
Come on, give me a miss, please.
What next? That did little damage.
Well, the game didn't honor that request.
How will this Pokemon
Alright, I think that they're going to switch to Gengar again, so I'm going to go Thunder Punch again.
Get ready to go. This Pokemon is
Come on, we already got the paralysis on Abra. If we could get that on Gengar too, that'd be... I mean, that'd almost be checkmate.
emerging from its Pokemon.
Come on, they did put Gengar in. It's our chance. Thunder Punch.
How's that? It's gripped by
Holy cow, we got the paralysis on the Gengar.
What will this Pokemon switch have on the back?
I don't know what to do now because I would have liked to save Machamp still for the Blissey. But
They're eyeing each other warily.
if I do switch out, even with it being paralyzed, it's going to get a free shot at us. So I think I have to stay the course, unfortunately. Thunder Punch again. We are faster now. So
The attack.
Gengar a lot slower being paralyzed.
Blow. What now?
Yeah, like I thought, it was going to
A light
carve up whoever came in.
It's a fierce battle.
Well, the good news here with my thought process is submission is only 80% accurate, so there's a good chance we wouldn't have hit Blissey anyway.
Right off.
So, getting the paralysis on Gengar and Abra to slow them down for Alakazam and Houndoom is a much bigger win.
Down. That KO will bring out a new
Alright, get Houndoom out there. As Gengar beats Machamp.
Pokemon appears with a cry. They're both hanging tough.
Bite.
There's the shot. A powerful blow.
Alright, Gengar goes down to Houndoom.
Has no strength left. Which Pokemon will join the battle now? The Pokeball opens to reveal its Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really that surprised.
Two Pokemon
Uh,
side. Sparks are flying from both teams.
I'm going to Swift this turn. And the thought behind that is Blissey's physical defense is a lot worse than its special defense.
What's this? That did little damage.
Yeah, we did 151 damage. I guarantee you we don't get that much out of Bite against the Blissey.
A right hit.
Houndoom might survive another one of those, actually.
Sparks are flying from
Swift,
both
again.
attackers. How's that? Oh, a blow to the weak spot.
Critical hit, Blissey down to 54. If Houndoom does survive, Blissey's going down next turn.
The attack. That was a glancing blow.
It's paralyzed, though, so Blissey may... Blissey outspeeds it, but its attacks are very bad accuracy, so we'll see if it hits. Egg Bomb, which is less accurate than Thunder. It does hit, though. So Houndoom goes down. 70, that's a 70% accurate move. No, 75, I think. Accurate move. So one of them's 75 and one's 70. I believe that 75 is Egg Bomb. Alright, Alakazam basically just has to tap Blissey and then beat up a paralyzed Abra. Psybeam. Blissey goes down to the Psybeam. And this is again where that paralysis is big. Alakazam's already faster than Abra, but now there's a 30% chance, 33% chance each turn that Abra just doesn't do anything. So we're just going to play it safe and go Thief instead of messing around with Psybeam. One more Thief and we win. They went for Swagger, which is interesting because we could punch ourselves in the face now and lose that way. Alright, comes down now to if Alakazam just hits it again or not. Alright. Confused this turn. That helped Abra. It could freeze us with Ice Punch too, which would be bad. Alakazam survives it, but Alakazam's going to have to hit Abra. The combination of Confusion and Ice Punch again would mean a victory for Abra, probably. Alright, we get through the Confusion. Alakazam defeats Abra. And the Power have won the first matchup. 1-0. Meaning Ponyta will have to score. Will have to win the next battle. Tiebreaker does go to the higher seed, so 1-0 victory would still give the Ponyta the win. But it does mean that the Ponyta have to win the next battle. They can't have like a close loss or something. So anyway, congratulations to the Pokemon Power for winning the first game. I'll be right back in a second with the second game of this series. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, game 2 of the series. My Little Ponyta and the Pokemon Power. This time I'll be representing My Little Ponyta. And with that last score being 1-0, in the event of a tie, which let's say this game ends 1-0 as well, the tie goes to the higher seed. So the only way My Little Ponyta does not advance is if the computer wins this battle. Point differential is not going to matter because if we win 1-0, it's a 1-1 tie and the higher seed moves on. So the only way that the power wins is if the computer wins this battle. Which, as we've seen before, the computer is more than capable of doing when it wants to do so. I think for this battle that we're going to lead with Blissey. Because we saw what leading with Snorlax looked like for the computer. And if it's Machamp out there at the beginning, we'll just switch to Gengar. Alright, that's actually kind of perfect for us. Let's go Thunder. We'll either have a shot at paralyzing it, or they'll retreat. They're obviously staying in, it looks like. I was waiting for that first turn Confusion. Like, that seems like the kind of thing the game would do to me. What will the other side do? We paralyzed it, so Alakazam going to be slower the rest of the game. Alright, so let's see. 70. So I was right about the 70. Egg Bomb's 75. So it is more accurate than Thunder. That move did make sense in the first game. My brain was just mush. Wow, okay, so... I mean, I knew another Thunder wasn't going to take it out, so it's still worth doing anyway, but man. Yeah, Alakazam's going to need to confuse us or something if they stay in there. Thunder again. 2 for 2 on the Thunder. The game being nice so far. And we had Egg Bomb, so we're 3 for 3, actually, on low percentage moves, which means we'll probably miss all the important ones at the end of the game. I'm going to go Thunder again because I didn't pay attention to the numbers on Egg Bomb, and I don't want it to live with, like, 4 health. 4 for 4 on the inaccurate moves, as Blissey will take out the Alakazam. That's big to see Alakazam go down early without having a knockout.
That KO will bring out a new Pokémon.
This should be Machamp.
Oh, it's Machamp.
Which, like I said, even with it having a super effective move, there's 20% chance it misses anyway. Gengar.
The trainer switching Pokémon. Oh, it's Gengar. What's this? Whoops, that attack's no good. What impact will this Pokémon...
Let's see if I can land Hypnosis on the first try.
Oh, no. Uh-oh, it's
All right.
great.
Haven't missed a low percentage move yet. Boding well so far. Also means we're due to miss something. Nightmare.
Whoa, what a nightmare! It fell into a nightmare. Ah, it can't move. It can't awaken from its nightmare. They're both hanging up.
Nightshade.
How's that? A light hit. It's
All right.
snoozing. The nightmare torments the victim. The heated action...
Nightshade again. Machamp goes down to Gengar.
Nightshade. That's it. There it is. Knockout. There's a distinct difference in the number of remaining Pokémon for each side. Oh, it's Execute.
All right, Execute. Its Psychic does hit harder than expected.
The white-hot battle continues.
So let's get out of there and put Snorlax in.
The Pokémon is returning to its Pokéball. Oh, it's Snorlax! What now? The hit lands right off. How will this Pokémon switch affect the
Fire
flow of
Punch,
battle?
in case they switch. They did not switch. Super effective move anyway coming, though.
A light attack. A sharp attack. A powerful blow.
Got the burn. That won't really affect Execute because its moves are all special, like far away attacking moves. Ah, the Leech Seed.
Oh, Leech Seed. Right.
We'll have to
That's
switch
not a hit.
to get rid of that.
A furious attack. It appears to be impervious to damage.
All right.
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
Blissey.
The trainer switching Pokemon.
Surely it won't Leech Seed 2 turns in a row, right?
This Pokemon is rejoining the battle. The other trainer is also here.
All right, all right.
Oh, it's Tyranitar.
It's not overly ideal, but not awful either.
What impact will this Pokemon
Poliwrath.
have on the battle? Oh, an abrupt Pokemon switch. Oh, it's Poliwrath. Sandstorm has started blowing. The sandstorm rips and tears. How will this newly switched
Alright,
out
Mind Reader.
Pokemon fare? Here comes a Pokemon switch.
Either way, Mind Reader, so we can guarantee a hit.
Oh, it's Haunter! Uh-oh, Mind Reader. It's tracking the opponent's movement. It's going. Sandstorm hurt. The Sandstorm rips and tears. How will this Pokemon switch affect the flow of battle?
We do have Dugong still for Tyranitar. Let's go with the Hydro Pump since we've got the Mind Reader up. Because if it doesn't beat us here, which it won't, unless it's a crit or something, we can hit it hard with a Hydro Pump. Alright. Sandstorm's going to hit both sides. Haunter's down to low health now. Switch to Gengar, who won't get hurt much by Giga Drain, and it won't give much back to Haunter either.
The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. What now? That didn't do much.
Under 100, so Nightshade can take it out.
Sandstorm burst. The Sandstorm rips and tears. What impact will this Pokemon
Nightshade.
have on the battle?
Bye-bye, Haunter.
There's the attack. Yes, it's a hit. Oh, knockout. There's a distinct difference in the number of remaining Pokemon for each side. Oh, it's Houndoom.
Alright, we are, I believe, faster than Houndoom.
Sandstorm finally quiet.
But it's going to hurt us a lot if we let it hurt us. So, switch to Dugong. Dugong's beefy enough, it should be fine. Honestly, Dugong could probably beat the rest of what's left, potentially. The execute thing would depend on if we got an Aurora Beam off before it could, like, Leech Seed us or something.
A light pass. How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare?
Waterfall. Just depends on if we get past flinches or not.
That was a glancing blow. Vicious attack. Drilled a weakness. The heated action continues.
Waterfall again.
How's that? The hit glanced right off.
Alright, Houndoom's gone, and we outspeed the other two Pokemon, I believe, or at least execute.
Oh, it has no strength left. There's a big difference in the number of Pokemon remaining on each side. The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. Sparks are flying from
Rest.
both competitors. Oh, quick snooze. What now? A light hit. The crowd's excitement is
Sleep Talk shenanigans. I was hoping for Waterfall.
There's the attack. Man, that worked perfectly. Sandstorm has started blowing. It's going. Sandstorm burst. It's a fierce
Alright, Sleep Talk again. Waterfall or Aurora Beam, preferably Waterfall. Rest isn't bad, but I would have liked to do some damage there.
What next? A light
I do not remember if that resets the sleep counter or not. So I'll probably look like a fool here, but I'm going to pick Sleep Talk because I feel like that resets the counter. Yep, okay, it does reset the counter.
What'll it do? That was a glancing blow.
Alright, a Waterfall could potentially beat it now if we're lucky enough to pick it and hit it.
What's this? That did little damage. The white-hot battle continues.
All right, rest again.
Oh, a quick snooze. There's the attack. The hit glanced right off. The sandstorm rips and tears. The heated action continues.
Sleep talk again. We got the waterfall. Do we land it?
There's the shot. Drilled a weakness.
We do land it. Tyranitar goes down to Dugong.
Knockout.
And now, the Ponyta just a knockout away from a sweep
Just one
to
Pokemon
advance to the
remains.
championship game.
This Pokemon is rejoining the battle. This is the last Pokemon. Sandstorm finally quieted. Since the raging sandstorm has died down, the visibility has improved down on the field.
Alright, we are still asleep, so I'm going to do sleep talk again. Would have really liked an attacking move, because it's probably going to Leech Seed us. Or Giga Drain us.
How's that? Bullseye!
If we could land an Aurora Beam, like, this would be over.
Crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle.
Alright, Waterfall's not really what I wanted, but it's damage at least.
Whoop! That missed.
We missed anyway, so it didn't matter. The Bright Side only gets 5 Giga Drains. This is the second one. That burn is helping a lot from Snorlax right now. You're going to Giga Drain again. Let's put Gengar in.
The Pokemon is returning to its Pokeball. The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. What's this? It's not very effective. How will this Pokemon switch affect the flow of battle?
Sorry, just checking the audio sync there. Thief.
Thief attack! It's super effective!
Execute goes down. That is going to do it. A sweep
Down.
of the Power. Power having a much better fight toward the toward the end here. I know they just got swept in the second game, but the fact that they even won the first game and advanced to this point, like, I mean, a really good final stretch. I think honestly, I think the Power picked a really good lineup. The computer just doesn't know what it's doing. The computer either loses because it has no clue what it's doing, or it wins because it cheats and gets everything that's not supposed to happen for it. And unfortunately, in that second battle, the Power couldn't get the computer to have those shenanigans go for it that time. So, congratulations to My Little Ponyta for the win. You will advance by a point differential of 5. You won 6-0. Power won 1-0. So therefore, you had a +5 differential. You will advance to the championship game to play the winner of the series that's right after it. So, congratulations, number 1 seed. That'll be their first appearance in the championship game since they've joined the league. They have been the 1 seed before, but something strange always seems to happen to keep them from the title game. Not this year. They are in the title game. And we'll see what happens after that. But now we need to move on to find out who they're going to play. Will it be Nightmare AC, who has been in the championship every season of this league's existence? They're 3 for 3 so far. They'd be 4 for 4 if they make it this year, albeit under different names like Doom and Gloom and Atlanta Firo. Or will it be the Minnesota Suicune, who won 2 seasons ago? So either way, it'll be someone who has won before versus someone that's there for the first time. That should be exciting regardless. And I'll be right back with the start of that second series in just a moment. Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to our third match of the day. First match of the second series here. Nightmare After Christmas and the Minnesota Suicune. Both teams are 11-5. Technically, by tiebreaker, the Suicune are the 3 seed, so I will be in control of them first. The winner will advance to play My Little Ponyta in the championship. So let's see. Honestly, I think I just lead Zapdos to start. Because even if Dugtrio comes out or leads, we can just go Rock Smash. Dugtrio only has Slash that can hit Zapdos. So if we get into a Zapdos versus Dugtrio fight, it's going to be a bit of a war of attrition. Alright, Lantern to start. I am going to... I'm going to Rock Smash this first turn, assuming they switch. I may regret that, but that's what I'm going to do. Yep, there we go.
Switching Pokemon. That Pokemon must not have made the right choice. Oh, it's Dugtrio.
Alright. Dugtrio is going to be the big key early in this fight. If we can get Dugtrio off the field, then Zapdos can kind of run rampant with Thunder. Because even with Raikou, we could use Thunder to, like, slow it down. So, alright, let's see what we got to work with here. You're going to use Slash on me. That's pretty much a given.
They're eyeing each other warily.
Yeah, you're just going to use Slash. I don't think putting Bayleaf in is necessarily that bad.
The trainer hasn't issued a command.
Yeah, let's do that for now. Let's put Bayleaf in. And we can always
This Pokemon
Synthesis while they're taking Dugtrio out.
Oh, it's Bailey.
So I'm assuming Fearow will come in.
It sacrificed
Alright, it went for Curse.
power.
Interesting.
Will this newly switched out
I'm going to Body
Pokemon
Slam because if Fearow comes in and we get it paralyzed, that'd be big.
The trainer switching Pokemon.
30% chance to paralyze, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens.
Oh, it's Fearow.
Because if Fearow gets slowed down, that hurts it a lot.
Oh, a blow to the weak spot.
No paralysis, but a nice critical hit there. It's going to go for Drill Peck. So we're going to go back to Zapdos. Start this ring around the rosy again.
Here comes a Pokemon switch. This Pokemon is rejoining the battle.
Called that.
What'll it do? That didn't accomplish much.
I'm going to go Rock Smash again because I assume they're going to switch
Stab on the
to
back.
Dugtrio.
The Pokemon is returning to its Pokeball. This Pokemon is back for another go. What's this? That was a glancing blow. Wow, that's changed. How will this newly
Alright, Bayleaf go back in. And we'll rinse repeat until Fearow's gone at this point, at this rate.
switching out?
If we can give Fearow out, Houndour becomes the only thing scary to Bayleaf.
Pokemon.
Because even Kadabra, if Bayleaf's got, say, 3/4 of its health, Bayleaf could Body Slam it and hit it hard.
How will this Pokemon
It wouldn't knock it out per se, but you could hit it hard, have a 30% chance to paralyze it. Like, it could still do a number on Kadabra. Here comes the Fearow again.
Pokemon emerges from its
Do we get the
Pokeball.
paralysis or another big hit on it?
What's next? It's gripped
We
by
got the
power.
paralysis on it. Fearow is
Will this Pokemon
significantly worse now. The rest of this
Here
fight.
comes a Pokemon switch.
Significantly worse.
The Pokemon appears with a cry. What now? It's not very effective.
Alright. I assume they're going to switch to Dugtrio, but I'm going to go for Thunder. Because with Fearow being paralyzed, the game might decide to leave it in there. Okay, it did not. We have 10 Thunders. It's okay. We've already seen that Dugtrio's not going to do a whole lot, except Curse while it's in there anyway. Try to boost its slash, I guess.
What would do? That caused no damage at all. How will this Pokemon
That's alright. Switch to Bayleaf.
This Pokemon is switching out. This Pokemon is back for another go. It sacrificed speed to raise its power.
Alright, Body Slam again. Even if it's not Fearow, we have a shot at paralyzing something else. Houndour, oh, if we could make it slow too. Man, like, that'd be huge. Get all these faster Pokemon slowed down. Another paralysis. Bayleaf doing a lot of work here early. This could be Sludge Bomb or Fire. It might go straight for Sunny Day, actually.
They're eyeing each other warily.
I'm going to take a shot on it going for Sunny Day and go for Body Slam again.
There's the attack. That's it.
Nope. Wrong call on my part, of course. Oh, we got burned. That's not great. Well, shoot. Body Slam again, then, I guess, in that case. Houndour survives. It looks like it will get the better of Bayleaf because of said burn. Yep. Alright, so lucky break there for Nightmare. Bayleaf goes down. Bayleaf did a lot of work, though. Did a lot of work, though. Zapdos will come in. Houndour is low enough we can just Rock Smash it. If they switch to Dugtrio, they switch to Dugtrio. Alright, Zapdos is going to get the Rock Smash it. Houndour survives it with 4 health. That's unexpected. It is fully paralyzed, though, so it didn't matter. Rock Smash it again. Game throwing a bone back to the Suicune. Houndour will go down to Zapdos. Bayleaf going down does hurt as far as fighting Lantern goes. But we also just have some good Pokemon in general left that could work together to take down Lantern. Because the main thing for Zapdos was to fight Fearow, which Fearow's hurt really bad. And it'd be nice to use it against Lantern, but that's really about it, too. So now I think we just chip away and chip away and chip away. We're going to detect, though, to see what it does this turn. Just to kind of get an idea of what the game's doing. I assume Spark, but just to see. Alright, Thunder. If we could paralyze Raikou, we could slow it down at least. I mean, we didn't paralyze it, but that's a lot more damage than I thought we were going to get out of it, honestly. Like, that's not the end of the world. Thunder. I don't think we survive another Spark, but you never know on this game. Like I said, you never know on this game. Okay, one more Thunder. That'd be really nice. Okay, yeah. I had a feeling the game wouldn't give me 2, but hey, I mean... Alright, Zapdos is going to go down to Raikou. Espeon.
Ready to go. Oh, it's Espeon.
I think Raikou is still faster,
The
but
white-hot battle continues.
nonetheless, let's go with Espeon and Psybeam. Maybe we get it confused.
What now? A light hit.
Alright, took the hit well.
What's this? Great hit.
We survive at least 2 more sparks.
Excitement is building from this heated battle. What'll it do? That did little damage.
Alright, alright.
There's the attack. Hit. That inflicted some damage.
So far, so good. If Espeon can get one more good hit off on Raikou here, it'll go down. Assuming it doesn't, like, crit us here. Hey, what do you know? The game was thinking the same thing I was thinking. Critical hit for Raikou.
There's a big difference
Yep,
in the number
that
of
sounds
Pokemon
about right.
remaining on each side.
I'm going to go Umbreon. I don't know if we'll do 23 damage. But I got to take a chance with Quick Attack to see if we can do 23 damage.
To make up for lost ground. There's a big HP difference between
Quick Attack and hope for the best.
there, quick attack. Yes, it's
Alright, Umbreon takes out Raikou.
knockout. The next Pokemon needs to be prepared. The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball.
Alright, Lantern.
A hot battle is unfolding.
Sand Attack. I wanted to mean look it. I was going to say, but I think it's faster, so we need to get that Sand Attack out there first.
It's tripped by paralysis.
I don't care that we're paralyzed. That Umbreon's never been a fast Pokemon anyway.
Accuracy is down. The white-hot battle continues.
Alright, mean look. Alright, less accurate Hydro Pump.
What's this? A light
Hits on the first try. What do you know?
It's gripped by paralysis.
And we're paralyzed. I see how it is, game. Gonna go 2 for 2 on that less accurate Hydro Pump.
What will it do?
Sure are.
Being low.
I don't know why I even play the numbers on this game. The game just ignores them.
Can't move.
Paralyzed again, by the way.
They're flying from both competitors.
3 for 3 on the Hydro Pump.
That did little damage.
The game realizes that Sand Attack makes it less likely for Hydro Pump to hit, right?
Mean
Right?
look. Oh no.
Because I'm not sure the game understands that.
Switch. One Pokemon
I mean, it's gonna
still
spark
capable of
now.
going up, but the other one looks tired. How's that? Right, that's a hit. Down it goes.
You want to talk about feeling like the game cheated you? Not a single miss on the 80% accurate move that had its accuracy lowered.
And the number of Pokemon
And we got paralyzed twice, which is a 1 in 3 chance. Nice. Alright, go Miltank.
Pokemon have been
See if you can pull off some sort of miracle here for us. If you flinch Lantern into oblivion, maybe we can win this.
The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle. Okay. There's the attack. A light attack.
Alright, about 90. If we could get 3 flinches in a row, we could beat Lantern without it doing anything.
What now? The hit glanced right off.
It's going to land again, I guarantee it.
Furious attack. Hit the weak spot.
Okay, not only is it a less accurate Hydro Pump that's hit 4
Heated action continues.
perfect times, but it also got a critical hit. I mean, come on, people.
They're ready
I
to
can't be
go.
the only one that's questioning what's happening, right?
What'll it do? Nailed the weak spot.
Yeah, you give me a critical hit that doesn't knock it out.
What's this?
Not a single miss from Lantern after lowering its accuracy. Not a single miss after lowering its accuracy. I find that a little hard to believe. I can understand if it got lucky and landed most of its hits, but the fact that it hasn't missed a single attack, that's something. Rock Smash, maybe we can finally get rid of it. Oh, now we get a critical hit when it didn't matter. It had 18 health left. Thanks, game. Now it can say in the stat book, oh, I gave you a critical hit. But yeah, it's like a guy hitting a free throw when he's down 25 in basketball. Oh boy, I lost by 24. All right, we've got Kadabra. I'm kind of shocked they put Kadabra in instead of Doug Trio, honestly. They'll probably win either way, but that's why they put Kadabra in. The game wanted to get a critical hit and end it. We should all be disgusted at what we just witnessed. Like, no offense to Nightmare AC, I'm not saying that, like, you shouldn't have won the game. But that was... None of these games are rigged. But if you were ever going to make the argument, this is one of those that you would kind of point to as an example of one that you would theorize about being rigged. Because, holy cow. Lantern didn't miss a single attack after having lessened accuracy, and Hydro Pump is already kind of spotty as it is. The burn on Bayleaf, crippling it. The critical hit, so Kadabra could just one-shot Entei and get rid of it. Us getting back-to-back paralysis with Umbreon while the Lantern was hitting. That's something. Anyway, it goes down as a 3-0 victory for Nightmare. We'll see. This isn't over. Maybe Suicune will get the same kind of shenanigans from the computer and have a shot still, but that was even this is a tough one because, like, it's hard for me to describe without sounding like I'm really, like, coming down on Nightmare, because I'm really not. Nightmare's a good team. There's a reason they're the 2 seed. They're tied for the top record. But what we just witnessed was a battle where one team wasn't better than the other, or one lineup wasn't better than the other. The game just, like, mightily skewed the luck toward one side. That's one of those where you see, like, in the NFL, like an 0-15 team beating a team that ends up making the playoffs, you know, or kind of like the Magikarp beating my Quillfish earlier this year. Like, that was a no matter what you did, that's who was going to win kind of scenario, it feels like. All right, well, nonetheless, we still have another game to play, so I should quit babbling on like an idiot. And I'll be right back with our second matchup of this series. Although we all know kind of where it's swaying right now. So be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with our second matchup of this series. Going to be real interesting to see what the computer does here. My reaction is going to be priceless if this ends up being a mighty win for Nightmare after what the computer just did when I was in charge of Suicune. I am not going to be happy with this game if this ends up being an easy cakewalk victory. So, to the viewers out there that want my sanity levels to stay sane, you want this to be a close fight, even if Nightmare wins. Because If it's not, there's a good chance that this microphone's going through the camera that's recording me right now. Because that, for a Final Four battle, I mean, regular season, yeah, sure, like, crazy stuff happens, but for a Final Four battle, we're going to get that kind of game out of the computer. Really, like, I don't know. Okay, let's see. They're leading with Umbreon. Let's, Toxic. I feel like that audio sync was off. Is that the game, or was that, like, my audio? I'm gonna have to check here in a sec. Alright, I'm gonna hit the button randomly here and see what it does. Nope, it was just the game. They have Toxic Odd in here for some reason. Hyper Beam before it starts sand attacking me. That's where the poison helps now, because even if we miss, or we have to recharge, etc., it's still taking damage.
The white-hot battle continues. Here comes the Pokemon switch.
That's fine. When it switches in later, it's poisoned. It's going to take damage.
Oh, it's Zapdos! Ah, it can't move.
That's fine. That was our recharge turn anyway. Get Doug Trio in there.
The Pokemon is returning to its Pokemon. Oh, it's Doug Trio. What'll it do? That had no effect. What impact will this
Alright, I will curse like the game, but I will not be switching out even if it does Rock Smash me.
to raise its power? What's next? The hit glanced right off. The stat changer succeeded.
Their speed's going to go down, but as long as Zapdos stays in, I'll take the extra attack power to soup up Slash.
What's this? That was a glancing blow. The target stats must be in pattern. It's still not going to attack. A hot battle is on.
Alright, we'll do one more curse instead of getting too greedy, and then we'll go for Slash.
How's that? A light hit. It's still padding its stats. It's a fierce battle.
Alright, Slash it.
What now?
You alright?
That's little damage. There, defense stat went down. There's the attack. Hit. That was good.
Alright, another Slash should take out the Zapdos.
Battle continues.
It's banking on Flash. Flash does hit.
The target is weakened.
As we saw last battle, though, just because our accuracy is down, we should hit every time now, right?
Great hit. It managed to hang in.
Zapdos has 12 health left.
The heated action continues. What's next? The hit glanced right off.
Alright, attract again. I'm not tracked. Slash again.
Flash attack. Yes, it's a hit.
We got a meaningless critical hit there. But Zapdos does go down to Doug Trio.
The appearance of the next Pokemon. Oh, it's Miltank.
Alright, get Doug Trio the heck out of there.
Sparks are flying from
Who wants to take a stomp from a cow? Lantern does, sure.
the trainer switching Pokemon.
Alright, now if this plays out like last time, we should land every Hydro Pump, right?
What's this? That was a glancing blow. How will this newly switched out Pokemon?
I am actually going to go for Spark, because if we could slow down Miltank, that'd be good. Well, it does have Heal Bell, though. So they got rid of the poison on
For cures for every Pokémon on
Umbreon.
the team. How's that? It's tricked by
Alright, we did slow it down, at least until it does Heal Bell again.
Neither combatant is showing signs of fatigue yet.
Hydro Pump.
Vicious attack. That inflicted some damage.
Lantern hasn't missed a Hydro Pump yet in the playoffs.
Oh, there was a bell chiming.
5 for 5. 80% accurate move, by the way.
Both hanging tough. There's the attack. A light hit. Oh, with
Alright, there's the flinch.
A hot battle is unfolding. What'll it do? That did little damage. Hydro Pump. Straight
Wow, 6 for 6 on Hydro Pump.
and down it goes.
My friend, the owner of this team, you need to play the lottery like the day you see this.
Difference in the number of Pokémon remaining on
With
each
the
side.
kind of luck you're getting.
Oh, it's Bailey. It has to make up for lost ground. The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle.
Get Firo back in there.
Here comes a Pokémon switch. This Pokémon is rejoining the battle.
With Zapdos gone, Firo has a chance to have a bigger impact in this one now.
Whoops, that missed.
Razor Leaf with a 5% chance to miss, misses.
Blow of battle.
Meanwhile, Hydro Pump has not missed in either battle so far.
A sharp attack. Drilled a weakness.
Big hit by Firo on the Bayleaf, who does Safeguard for some reason, so it's going to go down next turn if it doesn't switch out.
Close competitor.
Alright, Firo will take out Bayleaf.
Ow, drill pack. Right, that's a hit. Oh, it collapsed. There's a distinct difference in the number of remaining Pokémon for each side. Oh, it
Like I said, the computer either doesn't know what it's doing, or it rigs the luck in its favor.
hanging tough.
It's one or the other. Toxic.
There's the attack. Its safeguard protects it.
I'm dumb. That one's 100% on me.
There's the attack. Hit. That one.
I was going to say that, but as long as there's no critical hit here, we can
A hot
preserve
battle
the
is
score the way it
unfolding.
is. Alright, let's get Houndour in there. I'm just dumb.
The trainer's switching Pokémon.
I'm in such a rant about how skewed the luck is that not paying attention to the safeguard. Also, to be fair, this is the only game ever where people actually use safeguard. Like, Scarlet and Violet, I don't think I've run the safeguard once
How will
in competitive play.
Pokemon
You did see it some here and there in, no, actually, you didn't see it in Sword and Shield either. You saw Refresh a lot of the time, but not Safeguard. So I think that's part of the reason it throws me off, because I just never see it. Kind of like the Thunder and Fly interaction. You never see Thunder, except for maybe with like a Rain team in Scarlet and Violet. And a lot of times you're not going to fly against those teams anyway.
little damage.
Fly in particular is like never used now, especially
Safeguard.
with Terra Blast existing.
It's a fierce battle.
So, yeah.
What's next? Ah, that attack just bounced
Alright, we
off.
got a Sludge Bomb coming.
What's this? The hit glanced right.
Darn, I was hoping we would get lucky and poison it now. You're gonna Rock Smash this again.
From both competitor. This Pokemon is switching out. Oh, it's Kadabra. There's the attack. It's not very effective. What
All right, Psychic. Now let's see. If we're like the game, we should get a critical hit here to one-shot the Entei, right? Yep, enough said. Well, that's how Pokemon battles go. It doesn't always, it's not always fair. It's, part of the game. Like, you sign up for it, you play the numbers, and if it's not a 0% chance, you know it can happen. Like, it might be highly unlikely to be, like, paralyzed, to hit Hydro Pump this many times in a row, but, you know, it's above 0. So, that's what you sign up for. It's part of what makes Pokemon battling both awful and great at the same time. The awful part is that stuff like that can happen. Where you get, like, some really annoyingly bad luck. On the other hand, though, it can be thrilling to know, sort of like a Hail Mary in football, like anything can happen on this play, you know? So that's how it goes. So I may be complaining a lot, but that's also part of the joy of Pokemon, is the fact that you never know what's going to happen or how crazy the battle's going to get. All right, Umbreon's down in the red. I almost didn't even mark down that Kadabra had beaten Entei. My bad. I'm all over the place tonight while I'm recording this. Umbreon will go down to Raikou. And with that, it's Espeon versus the entire Nightmare AC team. Now, most of the AC team, Nightmare AC team has taken damage. So, you never know. It could happen, especially if Espeon would get a couple of them confused. But certainly looking like we might have another sweep here in the Final Four. Espeon doesn't get paralyzed there. It goes for Swift instead of Psybeam. What is the game doing? It did 50 damage. It could have done about that much and had the 10% chance to confuse. This one has thrown in the towel because the game just has no idea what the heck it's doing. And that's kind of what I was talking about that first battle. Here, what one team, regardless of who it was, one team got all the luck and craziness to go its way. The other team gets the game settling on Swift instead of Psybeam. Unfortunate. That's how, again, though, as I was just saying, that's how it plays out. Luck of the draw sometimes. Alright, we're going to do a quick switch here, actually. I don't need a switch. What am I talking about? Quick attack. I was thinking about maybe giving Houndour a knockout so that all 6 of them would have a knockout, but that's needless. Alright, Espeon goes down. A sweep for Nightmare AC. 6-0. 2 sweeps in the Final Four. That's interesting how that worked out. And we'll end up with the 1 and 2 seed. I won't divulge too many details, but it'll be a inter-household championship between those two. I won't be any less vague than that. Congratulations to Nightmare AC for the victory. You are moving on to the championship to play against My Little Ponyta. Should be an interesting 1 versus 2 battle. The last time that these two teams met in the playoffs was in year 2. This is year 4 this year. Year 2. So that would have been 2022. Where Ponyta was once again the 1 seed. Nightmare was the 4 seed, which at that time we only had 4 teams in the playoffs, so they were the bottom team that got in. They upset the Ponyta, made it to the championship game, and then were defeated by the Minnesota Suicune that year. So, again, as I said before this battle, keeping up with the league's tradition, this is year 4. This is now the 4th championship game appearance by Nightmare AC, Doom and Gloom, Atlanta Firo, the many names that it's been known as. So I don't know how this particular owner does it every year, but clearly they figured something out because they have found their way into the championship game every year. Even the years that they didn't start out great. That year they were the 4 seed, they had I think they were 0-6 to start. It might have been worse, like 0-8, but it was at least 0-6 to start, and then found a way to make the playoffs and get to the championship game. So, congratulations once again. It should be an interesting championship game. I'll be right back with the updated stats, and we'll have some announcements about like some of the award races and such, because we'll have to start doing the voting for some of them, etc. So, I will be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Here's the updated standings, so to say, after everything. Ponyta, after winning one of the two, but winning the playoff round, advanced. That's where the point differentials are right now. Nightmare looks like the better team on paper. But again, they are the 2 seed, so just interesting how all that works. I'm now 47-23 against the computer this season. I had a nice 3 versus 1 day today. Though, again, some questionable things happened in the one that I lost. So, yeah, my little Ponyta and Nightmare AC will be playing in the championship against each other. This will be the first championship appearance for my little Ponyta. 4 for 4 now as far as appearances go for Nightmare AC. 3rd place game, assuming both parties decide to want to play that extra game. We'll have the Pokemon Power and the Minnesota Suicune squaring off in that one. If one of them decides they don't want to play, like they're just done for the season, then we'll treat that more like a bowl game and just put someone else in there. Where things are going to get interesting are the MVP races, etc. So the way we do our MVP race, for those that are new this year, it is voted on by the team owners, managers, whatever you want to call us. But the caveat is you can't vote for someone on your team. So, for example, Zapdos there for the Suicune, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. Zapdos will be an MVP candidate. The other 7 owners could vote for Zapdos, but Suicune cannot. That's to keep people from just voting. Because if everyone could vote their own teams, then there'd just be one vote for each, like the best Pokemon on everyone's own team. So this way we actually get like a true MVP vote. Speaking of which, I'm going to go through the list and decide. I'm going to write down all of the notable candidates. We might cut the list down. That'll depend, but we're going to go through all the ones that could even potentially be an MVP candidate here. So we've got Zapdos at 16-7. We've got Espeon at 13-6. I think the criteria are that you at least need to have double-digit knockouts. And then their role on the team also plays a factor. For example, like Electrode and Beedrill are not going to be MVP candidates. Same with Tentacruel. Alakazam's certainly in the running for the power at 22-9. Houndoom. Potential there at 19-16. I don't think Tyranitar or Haunter with their like negative ratio would work. My Little Ponyta Gengar with a 21-7. Snorlax of 13-9 is at least in the conversation. I don't know how serious the conversation is, but it's at least there, invited to the party. Nidoking's 12-10 I feel like is a little high. I'm going to write it for now, but that's one of the first ones they'll probably get knocked off, in my opinion, if we do a short list. Blissey's 11-6 is pretty good, but Blissey also has not played in a ton of games, so that's another kind of asterisk for me. Like, I feel like Gengar and Snorlax on this team in particular have done more for the team than, say, Blissey. Although, then again, I don't know, Nidoking and Snorlax are similar numbers, 13-9, 12-10. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, right now we're not doing the short list. We're just getting candidates. My bad. Lantern, 1810. That's pretty darn good. Almost a 2-to-1 ratio. Doug Trio, if we were talking ratio, has probably the best ratio in the league. 15-4. Kadabra in that same boat at 16-5. Raikou at 16-6. I don't think Houndour's 13-12, especially with some of these other numbers I've read off, is going to work. Quillfish, we got Steelix at 15-7. Maybe Diglett, maybe Quillfish. That's, I don't feel like they've got as much of a shot at 13-7, 12-7. I certainly don't think Mischievous, or at least I personally didn't feel that Mischievous acted like an MVP this season, so I'm not even going to bother putting it on the list. But even right there, that was 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 15 candidates. We need to have it down to like 4 or 5, or else the voting's just going to be crazy. Well, first and foremost, there's 2 Pokemon in the 20s. So let's go ahead and get Alakazam and Gengar for sure locked in as candidates. Then I think you start going kind of by ratio. I think Doug Trio's ratio is awesome. Kadabra's ratio, of course, is awesome. Same with Raikou. I think right now, looking at these numbers, because there's a lot of good numbers, the idea is to at least get this list from 15 to 10. Lantern's pretty good. That's what, 6. Zapdos has good numbers, 7. Blissey's almost got a 2-to-1 ratio, so that's 8. Steelix does have a 2+ ratio. You guys are seeing me work this out live. Espeon's a 2-1 ratio. I think that's where we're going to cut it. I think with exception to a couple that were close. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take it a step further. There's so many good candidates this season, I'm going to say that they need to have at least a 2-1 ratio to be a candidate. So Lantern's 18-10. It's just going to miss the mark. Blissey's 11-6 is just going to miss the mark. And even with that, that leaves us with 8 good candidates. We've got Zapdos at 16-7 from the Suicune. Espeon at 13-6 from the Suicune. Alakazam at 22-9 from the Power. Gengar at 21-7 from Ponyta. Doug Trio at 15-4 for Nightmare. Kadabra at 16-5 for Nightmare. Raikou at 16-6 for Nightmare. And Steelix at 15-7 for the Quillfish. Well, Steelix, I mean, I probably wouldn't pick it anyway if I'm being perfectly transparent here. At least in my personal opinion this year of what I saw. Not that it was bad, just that I think others were a little better. If I had to pick right now, the 3 I'm looking at for my vote, again, everyone votes differently. Everyone casts a vote. Right now, I have 3 I'm looking at. All from different teams, I might add. And it's going to be really tight. Like, it's going to be a really tough race. So our candidates, I've narrowed it down to, are Zapdos, Espeon, Alakazam, Gengar, Doug Trio, Kadabra, Raikou, and Steelix. Those are the MVP candidates. Largest pool we've ever had. Usually we only have 4 or 5. But we also have 8 voters this year, as opposed to the smaller amount we've had in future years. So this will still work. If we have any ties, what we'll do is, let's say Pokemon A and B both get 3 votes. So that's 6 of the 8 votes. And then the other 2 votes just go to someone else. I'll have those 2 recast their votes to try and break the 3-3 tie. So that's what we'll do. And if we're still in a tie after the 8, like if it comes out to a 4-4 tie, then I may use ratio or games played, something like that as a tiebreaker, maybe both. Because obviously the amount of times they played also affects how much of an impact they had. So that gives you a glimpse behind the scenes how we're going to do the MVP voting. Finals MVP is the Pokemon that performs the best in the finals, so we won't know that until after the finals are done. KO leaders is done at the end of the season, which right now that battle is a race between Alakazam and Gengar right now at 22 and 21. It ignores the feint, like the KO feint ratio. It just goes by knockouts. So 22, 21. Then next up would be Houndoom with 19, Lantern with 18. So that's how that race is playing out. Most games played right now looks like a tie between Houndoom and Tyranitar. So it's going to be one of those, maybe a tie if they both play the same amount in the third place series. Third place game will just be one individual game instead of a series because, you know, it's third place. So we'll have Suicune probably be controlled by me. We'll see. I might do like an actual series there. I'll talk it over with the managers. Owners, managers. I mean, it's the same thing, so you're going to hear me swap those words back and forth a lot. Most useless. I think there's only one Pokemon that can be most useless this year, statistically speaking. So that one, like, the fans could, like, that one's not going to really be a vote by fans or by managers, because I think that everyone has their own definition of most useless. Like, some people go, oh, well, Magikarp. Well, Magikarp got a knockout. There's some Pokemon in this league that didn't even get a knockout this season. So I feel like they're more worthy of the most useless. Best team cheerleader. That will be one we'll vote on. I think I know which one's going to win, but we'll have a vote on that as well. Candidates for best team cheerleader. That's what we should do now. For best team cheerleader, I'm going to go down the line here. For the Suicune, their cheerleader candidates would be either Articuno or Kingdra because they played the least. I've got the owner of that team here. Who do you think was more of a cheerleader for you, Articuno or Kingdra? All right. The owner has spoken and says that Kingdra is their cheerleader candidate. Number-wise, it was worse to Articuno's 4-3. Kingdra's 2-3, so that makes sense. Magikarp, I mean, we all know there's only one candidate for the Magikarp team cheerleader. Yes, it showed up in, like, every game, but, like, we know who the team cheerleader was on their team. We don't even have to have a discussion about that. Smooch 'em or lose 'em. It's got to be Jigglypuff. Squirtle Squad. Ninetales played the least, but it was efficient when it played. I feel like Togepi is the team cheerleader. I mean, if you want to go by pure numbers, Gyarados could be the team cheerleader, but like I don't feel like Gyarados was much of a cheerleader. Power, it has to be either Meganium or Magnemite, because they almost never saw the field. I guess actually that is kind of the definition of this role for cheerleaders, like the team, the one that didn't do anything all year. So taking that back then, I don't know, I feel like that's everyone's own definition. We're going to have Electabuzz as a candidate as well for the Magikarp, just because that's how we normally would vote this, is who didn't do anything. But I feel like everyone kind of associates Magikarp as their cheerleader. Meganium was worse. I don't think we saw Meganium after like the second game of the season. So even though Magnemite also didn't play much, I think Meganium is the cheerleader for the power. We're down to Gloom or Magmar for the Ponyta. I feel like Magmar still has capability because of like Confuse Ray and Fire Punch. Whereas I really don't feel like we see Gloom all that often. So we'll do Gloom. Nightmare AC has to be Hitmonchan. Because it hasn't done anything. And then for the Quillfish, I think my cheerleader down the stretch actually would be more like Macargo, because it wasn't around long, but it was great. It was a good Pokemon. All mine played so evenly. The next less amount of played was Sneasel. I'm gonna say Magcargo. It shouldn't win, but like my guys all played well enough that played often enough that I can't really pick a cheerleader. Vileplume's not in the conversation because it's not on the team anymore. So yeah, we'll figure this stuff out. Next time we'll have voting before the championship, and we'll play the championship, of course, next time, and the third place game. And yeah, I'm excited. This will be an interesting championship for sure, especially knowing how competitive the two people that are with each other that are in the championship. This ought to be a good one. This is a little bit like the Boston Celtics, LA Lakers, New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox, WVU, Pitt, Ohio State, Michigan. I mean, you pick your rivalry, and this is basically very similar to that from a competitiveness standpoint. So this ought to be good. This ought to be good. This will be a fun one for me to play and watch as a spectator. So if you liked what you saw here today and you're excited for the championship next week, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that YouTube nonsense. And we'll see you next time with another episode, the last one of the year, for the Pokemon Stadium 2 Draft League. All right, see you then. Bye-bye.